The committee room was a pressure cooker, packed with reporters, politicians, and skeptics, all eyes fixed on one man. Damon sat alone at the witness table, facing the stern glare of Senator Haldren, the chairman. "Mr. Clark, state your occupation for the record." Damon's voice was steady. "I am a digital educator." The senator leaned into his microphone. "And your religious claim?" "I testified that Jesus Christ appeared to me." Wave of murmurs rippled through the room. The senator slammed his gavel. "Order. Mr. Clark, your broadcast incited a national panic. This committee demands evidence." Damon took a deep breath. "I cannot create evidence." But heaven left its own. They played the viral video on the large screens. The exact moment Damon's confession aired, a distinct silhouette of a figure appeared behind him. The courtroom vibrated with whispers. But then, Senator Haldren smiled, a cold, chilling expression. "Mr. Clark, we have examined this video very closely, and we found something disturbing." He gestured to an expert who stepped forward. "We enhanced the audio," the man explained. "Listen carefully." They replayed the clip. This time, layered behind Damon's voice, a faint but sinister whisper could be heard. "He is ours." The gallery gasped. That wasn't in the original broadcast," Damon shouted, jumping to his feet. The senator's smirk widened. "Exactly. Because you didn't invite God, Mr. Clark. You invited something dark. You have been deceived." Damon felt it, then a cold shadow behind him, breathing. But just as the tension reached its peak, something completely unexpected happened. An elderly senator, a woman with gray hair, suddenly stood up, her body trembling. I see him," she stammered, her finger pointing. Everyone turned to look. "I see a man in white, standing right behind Damon." The entire room fell silent. Another senator, his face pale, whispered, "He's here." Suddenly, cameras started to malfunction. The lights overhead flickered wildly. The air grew thick, heavy with a presence so holy, so powerful, that several people in the room involuntarily fell to their knees in awe and fear. Senator Haldren, losing his composure, shouted, "Security, shut everything down now." But it was too late. The power grid failed completely, plunging the room into darkness, except for a single beam of soft, white light that appeared in the center. A voice spoke, not with a shout, but with the clarity that cut through the chaos. "You judge with fear, I judge with truth." Then, as quickly as it appeared, the light vanished. The hearing was adjourned immediately, dissolving into utter chaos. That night, the drive home was silent. Damon and Maya were still processing the day's events. As they neared their apartment building, Maya suddenly screamed, "Damon, the car behind us." Damon glanced in the rearview mirror. A black SUV was speeding toward them, accelerating with intent. He yanked the wheel, swerving just in time. The SUV rammed their rear bumper, sending a jolt through the car. Maya shrieked, "Hold on!" Damon yelled, his knuckles white on the steering wheel. The SUV hit them again, harder this time, sending their car into a violent spin. As they hurtled towards a concrete pole, time seemed to slow down. In that final second before impact, a blindingly white figure materialized in the middle of the street. Their car passed right through him, without a scratch. The pursuing SUV, however, swerved violently to avoid the figure and crashed head-on into the pole with a deafening crunch of metal. Their car glided to a stop, completely unharmed. Maya was trembling, her voice barely a whisper. "That was him, wasn't it?" Damon nodded, tears streaming down his face. "Yes, he saved us, but the nightmare wasn't over." As Damon opened his car door to check on Maya, a figure stepped out from the shadows of the parking garage. It was Ethan, the friend who had warned him. But his eyes were pitch black, empty voids. "Damon," he said, his voice eerily calm. "I told you not to speak." Ethan took a slow step forward. "Maya, run!" Damon yelled, but as Ethan raised a hand, Maya froze in place, paralyzed by an unseen force. A dark, cold wind whipped through the parking lot. "You were chosen to expose the truth," Ethan said, his voice dropping to a demonic, inhuman pitch. "But you chose the wrong side." Damon's heart pounded in his chest. "Ethan, what did you let in?" The thing wearing Ethan's face smirked. "Something far older than your scriptures." Something that hates the very name you speak. With defiance, Damon whispered the name, Jesus. The moment the name left his lips, Ethan let out an unholy scream, as if his body was being torn apart from the inside. A flash of brilliant light erupted, and Ethan collapsed to the ground, unconscious. Maya gasped as the invisible paralysis broke. Damon rushed to her, pulling her close. The war was escalating, and heaven wasn't the only side revealing its power. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to follow for the next chapter.